Good morning, Twitch.tv. Good morning to YouTube as well.
Objection!
And no, Sam, you don't get to object. You were here first. God. Good morning, mini motorways. Lord. Let's go to Warsaw for today's daily challenge. We'll start with 5 motorways, and that's all we get. But then following that, we get double bridges. So that's lovely. Plenty of ways to cross all of the many waters that we have to deal with here in Warsaw. Hey, you know what? Hold on. This is starting to go bad already because I drew this bad. Here, it's fine. We'll get rid of this. We'll come down here like so. There. 1, 2, 3 oranges into this building. It'll be fine. Be completely and totally fine. Sunflare Space objects to Sam, which I get it, Sonny. I understand. These greens come over here. Oh, breaking news. Nora has been alerted to something outside the window. It's rare that you see her whip her head around and go full ears perked up, but she whipped her head around and went full ears perked up. So that's nice. That should be good. Maybe she saw a bird. Maybe she heard a bird. Maybe she heard something that sounded like seeing a bird. I don't know how something can sound like seeing a bird, but if anyone could figure it out, it's probably Nora. Let's take a couple of traffic lights. We've already got 5 orange houses sliding down here into this orange circle, so that should be cool. This green right here can go that away. That green here will do thus. So we get these 2 go here, these 2 go there. That makes sense to me. Oh, God. Oh, Stretch. Do you know what is good? It is good and fun that we played Baldur's Gate 3 last night. It had been a while since we got the opportunity to play Baldur's Gate 3 on the channel. It remains a good and fun video game. Baldur's Gate 3 is actually, as it turns out, pretty damn good. Even when you're not entirely sure what's happening and you're being menaced by enormous spider monsters, as happened last night. We were menaced by enormous spider monsters, but the good news is they got murdered. Samurai Sam has redeemed the Goog's top 3 and would like to know the Goog's top 3 dog breeds. Oh God. Oh Lord. All right. I grew up with dogs. I'm pretty firmly a cat person now because rebellion against the status quo or whatever, but I grew up with dogs. My mom used to breed dogs. So at one point, and this is a true honest to God fact, there was myself, my mother, my father, my 2 sisters, and 7 dogs. 7 dogs. Ow. All living in a house the size of a 2-car garage, which my great uncle built and did not build well. So, yeah, 5 people, 7 dogs in a poorly built house the size of a 2-car garage. So, yeah, this is a thing that happened. Can't deny it. It's a true fact. All right, we are out of bridge, which is bad. Fortunately, we do have 5 motorways, so we can at least temporarily slide these purples in that away. When Sam was in Japan this year, he met a dude who was walking literally 14 small dogs. Were they his small dogs, or was he a professional dog walker? Feels like he might have been working when he was walking those 14 dogs. And listen, walking 14 dogs does count as work. So, top 3 dog breeds. I'm gonna go, oh man, this is tough. I like, fuck. It is very hard for me to put aside my personal feelings for the dogs in question and just go with as breeds. But we'll do it, damn it, because I'm a professional. Let's take this orange right here, get it out of the way. Resources are really not going to be a problem. I mean, only having 5 motorways is not great, but This green going circular, similarly, not great, but we do have these greenhouses being kind enough to spawn right here, which is certainly nice of them. You can go down that away, you can go here, boom, 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 5 of you go into here. Now, oh God. Outside of the dogs I've had, I don't have a ton of experience with dogs as breeds. My number 3, oh boy, I'm gonna go with Chinese Shar-Pei. Chinese Shar-Pei are adorable little wrinkle buckets, basically. They're furry, they're very wrinkly. It occurs to me that I should have pictures of these dogs as I bring them up. So let's okay. Well, the first Google image search for a Chinese Shar-Pei has brought up a Chinese Shar-Pei puppy, which is the most adorable puppy in the entire world. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring our Wordle window in a little bit early here, and oh hey, it's week 4. Let's take a roundabout because we don't have any of those, and we're gonna pause. And you come here, boop, and get rid of that, and behold, a Chinese Shar-Pei puppy. One of the more adorable creatures in the entire world. They're just so fucking cute. They're just so fucking cute. Chinese Shar-Pei are good dogs. Look at that nose. Look at the wrinkles. Look at the whole muzzle situation. It's not an AI dog as far as I know. I did just Google Chinese Shar-Pei and got that picture, but it's a reasonable face. Sure. So I'm going to go with Chinese Shar-Pei in my number 3. And then, oh God. The thing with Chinese Shar-Pei, and this is going to be true of my number 3 and my number 2, as a breed, you have to watch out for breathing difficulties, which is just a thing with any of those dogs that have the face. Like any dog that looks like it's run into a brick wall, shockingly, is going to have some breathing difficulties. And in general, and I don't know if this is true nowadays because I am going on like 30-year-old information, but you don't want to crossbreed a Chinese Shar-Pei. Chinese Shar-Pei tend to, like, they're not super aggressive dogs in general. However, when you crossbreed Shar-Pei, at least as was my mother's experience, and she used to breed Chinese Shar-Pei, when you crossbreed Chinese Shar-Pei, shit goes bad, generally. We had a Shar-Pei who was a cross with a Shar-Pei and a golden retriever, and it went poorly. So you do have to be mindful of that. In the Netherlands, they actually banned breeding dogs with short snouts. There are regulations and everything. I believe that. I absolutely believe that. That leads us nicely into my number 2 breed, the English Bulldog. Very similar to the Chinese Shar-Pei. Obviously, you've got the scrumpy nose going on. Bulldogs even more than Shar-Pei. You've got the breathing difficulties, but god damn it, that's an adorable little mutt. It's a good puppy. It's a very good puppy. And to round it off, my number 1 dog breed. I had a whole bunch of Shar-Pei. I had, this looks weird. That thing with that thing? Anyway, I had a bunch of Chinese Shar-Pei. I had an English Bulldog. And we also had my number 1 dog breed. And this is just my personal favorite. And I understand if you're not going to be happy with it. But honestly, it's my damn show. My number 1 dog breed is... Look at the little Rottweiler. Look at the little Rottweiler. It's so black and brown and cute and adorable and typically bred to murder people, but look at it. Look, it's so cute. Look at the cute little Rottweiler. Oh, this is a precious puppy. Also, again, typically bred to murder people, but did you know that's not on the dog? That's on the breeder. So, we had a Rottweiler who was bred to be a fighting dog and, as it turned out, was too fucking stupid to realize the kind of people it was supposed to kill. So she was just sweet and adorable and very, very, very fucking dumb. Sunflare Space once took care of a litter of Beauceron pups, Beaucerons being the ancient ancestor of Rottweilers and Dobermans. Never heard of Beauceron. Hold on. What's a Beauceron? Oh, look. It looks like the kind of dog that you would think of when you think of an ancient ancestor of a Rottweiler and a Doberman. How about that? What are the fucking odds? Look, it's a Beauceron. You know, a Rottweiler and also a Doberman in a dog. How about that? I probably should have been prepared for that. Oh, God. Dogs are good. Dogs are good things. It's a true fact. These purples are going to go down here. These beiges are going to go up that way. This green needs some help, but we'll get there eventually. Give me 2 more bridges. We have 3 bridges now. Let's see here. All right, this green is going to run down this way, join this road, because I'm going to pull these 2 greens right here off like so. So you 2 are going to go that way. You 5-ish are going to go finkle yourself up this way. And then, let's do this, and then this, like so. And get these 2 beiges go into the eastern end of this double plaza? Sure, that sounds like a good idea. Oh, goodness. And now we have lime green again, which is just gross, but it should, broadly speaking, be fine. We'll take another bridge, go over this way. So these 2 go into there, these 2 go up here. That, generally, seems like it's going to go well. You point that way. Let's redraw this ever so slightly, like so. Pop that up like there. You go into boof. Okay. Probably going to wind up running that the other way, but for right now at least, this is fine. I don't love only having 3 going into this business, but it is a very short trip, so for now at least, again, this is going to be a-okay. Give me 2 more bridges, because I just used all my bridges. This purple circle is now a circle. How about that? Samurai Sam says that if you cross a dog with a Goog, you get a Doog, which, I mean, you know, that's one of those things that I suppose is technically true, but why? Why, Sam? Why? This purple will point down here. Let's take this purple and this purple, run them up north. I'm saying purple so much that it's losing all sense of wordiness. That's okay. So you 2 go up here, service that business. You 4 have a nice simple straight shot down into this circle. We've got 5 over here taking care of this circle. That should be basically fine. These 3 beiges do that. This green is serviced by these 2, which looks like it's not great, actually. This is already kind of a, you're basically fine. You've got a car in a driveway down here. That's cool. This orange business right here is going to get my first permanent motorway, I think, because what we're going to need to do is, hold on. Yeah, you right there. We're going to incorporate this 3rd house. Motorway number 1, slide down that away. And now this road is going to kind of awkward its way into the eastern entrance here. Motorway number 1 comes down here into there. That should be basically fine. This house has spawned, which is nice. Oh, well, now we know why that house spawned. Kind of a shame, but okay. Are we going to get anybody else for you? Mr. Business Friend? No? I see. Well, give me a third and fourth traffic light. Probably the last traffic lights I'm going to take for the rest of the trip. Are we going to get any more greens to spawn here? Please? No? Alright, fine. Fuck you too, I guess. Let's take this green off of this road and this green here off of that road. And we'll draw this little thing going over that way. These two service that, these two service that, and now this circle is suddenly down to just these 4 houses, which are a fair whack a distance away from it. It'll be fine. That seems like a thing that could be fine for a while. So last night we learned that spiders are vulnerable to gravity, which is true. They're also stupid, because when you set a spider's web on fire, the spider falls and then telepoofs to a different web, which you can then, once again, set on fire. So that's good. It's a good piece of information to have. These lime greens here are going to go up into this business. That's going to be a-okay. I think we've still got 1B, 1R in every direction, right? Yeah, we don't have any intersections or traffic lights or roundabouts or anything like that going on, so that's good. You should point that way. You should point the other way. Give me 2 more bridges. That'll put me on 3 bridges. All right. You can point up. You can point that way. This light green is just going to circle over here. Buddy, if you want to go circular, you can totally go circular. This orange here went circular, and it's not great, but it's broadly speaking fine, I guess. I still don't love it, but, you know, what are you going to do? Speaking of what are you going to do, hold on. Shitty little orange house. How long were you going to exist down there without me noticing you? Shitty little orange house. This is a shitty little orange house right down here. It was pointing south for some reason. Dumbass.
Dumbass!
Yeah. That's what I think of you, you shitty little orange house. Alright. These 2 beiges aren't really doing anything, but they can. I don't love this, but they're going to serve as a 4th and 5th house. Give me 2 more bridges because I just used one. They're going to serve as a 4th and 5th house for this beige circle, which is okay. Sunflower Space has shared pictures in the Discord, which gives me a chance to bang the Discord. No, wait. Gives me a chance to plug the Discord, only marginally better. Oh, look at the puppies! Oh, look at the puppies! Oh my god. Adorable dogs. So if you want to see 2 pictures of adorable dogs, I was going to put them on screen, but then I realized this is a plugging opportunity. Oh, wait, hold on. There's a link in the description that'll take you to the Discord server. Yeah, that's the ticket. All right, now, this beige business here is problematic. It had some racist opinions when it was in college. Let's see here. You know what? I think we might be in for a general tweakinating over here. What if? Now hold on. If we take... Ow. Okay. So these 2 purples here are currently interfering with this. We don't like that. What if, instead of that, they did a different thing? What if instead of that, they went, you know, up? What if you go up and over, and then down and into this same place? That might be good for you. And then, oh, this is going to be even better in so many different ways. You can come over this way. These beiges right here, these 3 beiges right here, can just go into this business, which saves me this bridge. Additionally, Saving me that bridge means I can pull these oranges down, and now we have 6 houses servicing this circle, which is lovely. And then we can take the 2 of these right here and just motorway number 2 them due north into the eastern entrance over here. Now, granted, that does burn a second motorway, but I don't know. I think in the fullness of existence, it's generally beneficial to stuff, right? Oh, you've just gone circular. Oh. I see. Well, give me a second roundabout. And... son of bitch. Son of bitch. All right, let's see here. So these beiges are okay. I know what we have to do here. These greens are going to go in a slightly longer, weirder, and worse direction over here to go into this business, right? And then these beiges are just going to grab. You're going to be the 4th beige going this way, by the way. So motorway number 2 is now going to go up this way and service this business from the east. That's going to be a-okay. These 2 beiges are going to return to their original destination going this way and being a 4th through 7th house for this circle, which is generally fine. Next, we're going to redo these purples so as to have more of them doing fuckery. I'm going to grab a 3rd purple away from this because this is a very long road all of a sudden. You, incidentally, can just go down there, service that business. That's going to be fine. The purples will go up here and diagonalate themselves that away into here. So now we have 3 purple houses servicing this purple business, which is, as a concept, seems okay. I don't hate it. All right. We have technically eliminated 1B, 1R because there are multiple Bs on this R, but really the only overlap here is that this beige house, the 4th beige house for this circle, could interfere with the entrance place for this business, which isn't great. I mean, you don't love to see it, but generally speaking, it should be fine. Speaking of things that generally should be fine, let's yank 3 of these light greens right here. We'll bop them like so, and we'll draw motorway number 3 in a direction. Which direction? I don't know. Because I could motorway these guys all the way around the fucking world to get over to here, or I could do the thing I'm gonna do instead. What I'm going to do is we're going to reassign these 2 greens to this business. We're going to move motorway number 2 to the west entrance of this double plaza, which I think is going to be ever so slightly better for the beige circle. And then we're going to draw motorway number 3 this way into here. Ha-ha. So now these 3 light greens go into the eastern entrance here. They service that. That's going to be generally fine-ish, hopefully. Maybe. We'll see. I do have... I've got these greens here. I wish there was a way. There probably is a way. Well, there certainly is a way because there is a will. So put those 2 together. Give me 2 more bridges. That puts me up to 7 bridges. I think I'm good on bridges. Oh, fuckwads. Okay. Well, lots of bad stuff just happened. This green went circular, which in a vacuum is fine. This green went circular, which is pretty goddamn bad. I've got you 3 right here. Okay. Here's what I'm going to do. We're going to move motorway number 3 over here. So now these 3 greens go that way. These 3 greens are going to return to this-a-way, and now we have 6 greens for the circle, which is good. This circle and this circle are both fucked, which is impressive when you think about it. But it'll be okay for a minute. Maybe. Hopefully. Now we've got 4 greens here going into this. I could... No, there's no great answer. I could trade these greens for those greens, but that doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make a lick of sense, so let's not do that. Instead, we're gonna whine about things that don't make sense. It's confusing. There, we whined about things that don't make sense. Title of the episode. So far, at least. There. This dark greenhouse exists. I don't really see a purpose for that. This orange just came into existence to serve this circle, which is good. Generally speaking, my oranges are in really good shape. You know what? I'm actually going to point this one orange down further south just to give this square a little bit more security. So far, that's doing well. So far, this beige circle is doing so well. Like, this third house has cars and driveways, so the 4th through 7th down here, not having to worry. However, this has just gone circular, so I'm going to pull, as you saw, I'm going to pull this house off of here and make it so that there are 4 going up that way. That's going to take, obviously, one house off of this road, which is going to mean that these 4 here are actually, needed for stuff. I took 30 road tiles there just because I figured I don't need a 5th and 6th traffic light. It didn't occur to me that I already had 100 spare road tiles in the bank. So I don't think, as Sam said, I don't think resources are going to be the problem here. Yeah, resources is, I have yes things. I have all the things I could possibly need. Except motorways. That's the thing. I only have 2 motorways left, so at some point I should explore potential avenues for motorway reclamation. But can I reclaim any of these? Not really. Like, I could figure out a way to get these oranges down to this business, but I'd still need... Yeah, I don't think there's a way to get motorway number 1. There certainly isn't a good way to get motorway number 1 back. Motorway number 2 is conceivable, but would have to be weird and bad. Motorway number 3, I would need the map to go further north, which it's not going to. So, it is kind of an ant farm right now. We're just sort of watching it and waiting for something to explode. Let's do a good old-fashioned West, or another story about the Undertaker. I mean, all right, let's tell a story about the Undertaker. Sunflare Space has declared that we have an ant fark, which... Oh, ant fark. It's good. I like it. It's a true fact. We have an ant fark. Tiny insects have built an old website. We have an ant fark. Oh God. Let's take 2 more traffic lights. That'll put us at 6. We're definitely going to have 5 traffic light needy intersections over the course of this run. Purple's right here. This purple circle is getting a little bit dicey, but, a lot of emphasis on a little bit right now. And it's actually already calmed down, so never mind. Ooh, you've gone circular. That's bad. I don't like that. If you've gone circular, that means you're going to pull from... Oh, I see. What are we going to do about that, I wonder? I've got a purple house here. I've got 2 purple houses here. None of these are in great positions to help, is the problem. Also, something I should take note of at some point is the lack of help of this one orange here. Yeah, this one orange house business is in trouble. So what we'll do is we'll connect this orange house to it, and that should help it catch up, actually. Sportsfun asks if there are tiny South American socialists. You know, an ant FARC. Which, hey, it's better than an ant NAFTA. I don't want an ant NAFTA. Okay. All right. So we've dithered enough that this purple circle is now dying, which is bad. I could give another purple house to it, but I mean that's just gonna complicate things. So shit, guys. Let's think about this. Fuck. Obviously, I could marry these 2 purple roads, but that would be so bad. That would be real bad. Would that be bad? I think that would be bad. That would be bad, right? If I just did this, like, the businesses are so close together, it wouldn't actually be the end of the... It might not actually be the end of the... It feels like it could be the end of the... Well, if we just do this... this is definitely going to empty out the purple reserves from here. So... This is probably a bad and dumb thing that I've done. You know, we have emotes about how important it is to not do this thing that I've done. But... On the other hand, in the short term, it's calmed this purple business down right quick. That's good. Now, granted, this purple business is going to get angry at the fact that all of its cars went off to support something else, but, you know, maybe we just do this as like a temporary stopgap measure, you know? While we wait for a second purple house to spawn that allows us to burn one of our very precious motorways doing that. Why don't we do that? There are plenty of very good reasons why we don't do that, but let's ignore those and do it anyway. Seems reasonable. Give me a roundabout. Now I have 6 roundabouts. Lovely. I don't know what I'll ever do in my life with 6 roundabouts, but hey, how often do you get to say that you have 6 roundabouts? Wish I could squeeze one of those roundabouts right into here, but I can't, so... That's bad. What I could do is a bad and dumb thing. So I shouldn't, if it's bad and dumb. Yeah, if it's a bad and dumb thing, I shouldn't do it, probably. Although, this motorway number 4 is kinda helping. These 2 houses being so damn close to this thing is actually working a little bit. Interesting. Now, hi, Nightbot. Alright, let's see here. I've got a weird situation developing. I've got plenty of weird situations developing, actually. Let's take... Hold on. This right here is getting to be a little bit funky. Hold on. I've got an idea. Do I have an idea? I might have an idea. I was working on another idea. Okay, let's return to this original idea. So, down here, we've got these 3 dark greens, right? What if, yes, it's a dumb idea. Thank you, Nightbot. If we run down here, and then run down here, and then run down here, we can probably somewhere squeeze a, Okay, this is workable. We could sneak a roundabout right in here, right? If we sneak a roundabout right in here, we can do this, which puts these 3 greens in contact with this green circle and doesn't really overfuck this beige circle. So that's good. See? This is going to come help and be useful with stuff and things. Okay, now, give me 2 more bridges. Now I have 9 bridges. I'm the most bridge-rich man in the world. Let's see here. I can also, hold on, while I'm burning resources, let's just stick around about right here. If we stick around about right here, we can then toss a roundabout going off that away, toss a spur even, put a traffic light right here, and now these 2 purple houses can help with this purple business, which is good because this purple business, as you might be able to tell, is fucked. So that's nice. Is there any chance that I can sneak one in right here? No, of course not. That would be helpful. Putting a roundabout up there does nothing for me, so let's not bother. Okay. Next. These greens right here are silly and dumb. It appears that I can only actually grab 4 of them. I can't loop these greens together in any meaningful way, so never mind. I was going to do something weird and dumb that would combine green forces over here and over here with over here, but that doesn't appear to be worth, doing. So again, never mind. Hi, now you're a 5th green. Okay, if you're a 5th green, that changes things. Boop, 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 and boop. So now we've got 5 greens, right? These 5 greens can work together. Excuse me. You know what we're going to do? We're going to draw our last motorway. That's what we're going to do. Okay, so these 3 light greens, they come up here into this roundabout, right? What if, instead of going off that way, they went off this way? And then they traffic light themselves over to here. But Goog, I hear you say, what would that do to this business? Wouldn't it thus be overfucked? And I would say yes, normally. However, we can draw motorway number 5, like so, and pull these 5 greens from way the fuck over here into this business, which is actually more greens than had previously been serving this business, which results, you may be able to count, in this business here having more greens, this business here having more greens, and this roundabout here being ever so slightly less traffic populated, which in turn is good for everyone and the environment and Mike. Hi, this purple business's name is Mike. Okay, good. Next, while we're just here doing ridiculous stuff, give me 2 more bridges because I intend to use a bridges. This orange circle down here is mostly doing fine, so we don't have to worry about it for now. However, while we're here, we have the technology. We can improve them. You go over there. So now you join in with this cluster loop. That's fine. The 2 of you, however, I have different plans for. The 2 of you will run down thusly and traffic light yourselves right here. This, believe it or not, perfectly cromulent traffic light. So, hi there, greenhouse. Ever so slightly close to one of the good things we want a house to be able to do. There. You can arrange yourself in a that-way direction. So these 2 oranges right here are going to run down here, traffic light themselves right this way, come in, save this business. That's gonna be fine. Okay, next. This purple circle is basically still just in the hanging on stage, but it is indeed hanging on, which is good. These beiges not really doing anything. This beige might as well run itself into that roundabout and go up this way. I could have stapled it to this road maybe, but actually, you know what? I can totally staple it to that road maybe. We can even redraw that road maybe. Boop, boop, and boop down to here. There. Yeah, like that. Did you hear that George Michael Bluth finally got to do the thing he wanted to do? That's right, he rode maybe. Let's take 2 traffic lights. This business right here is just fine. This purple circle just got angry with me for reasons that I can't possibly comprehend. What are we going to do about that? I wonder. I've got a single purple over here, not doing nothing. I've got this garbage over this way. I've got a single purple here, not doing nothing. It's not a ton of nothings, actually. Well, all right. This situation over here is getting a little clusterfuckinated. Let's decluster it, or at least recluster it. Sure. It's not bad in the least. It's bad in the little bit, but, you know, we don't have to care about the little bit. Here, I don't want this roundabout. I want this roundabout to exist, but I don't want it to touch anything going off this way, actually. So you do that, like so. And then traffic light here, and now these 2 greenhouses are connected to this road in a way that isn't weird and does make sense. Great. Next. Where was I going? Something purples? Something purples. The purples calmed down when I wasn't looking. Good job, the purples. How did you do that? Does anyone want to tell me how they did that? I'm sure they had a good method. It was fair and reasonable, I hope. Let's take 2 more bridges, because I have 12 bridges. That's all the bridges. Cars drove into the businesses. I mean, that's true. That is typically how these things happen. Speaking of typically how these things happen, oh boy, this problem here is. Okay, we need to go back and re-explore some of the methods I had considered for motorway number 2 reclamation, because, oh boy, I think if I'm gonna reclaim any motorway, it's gonna be motorway number 2, right? Like, motorway number 5, I could go back to sending these greens up this way, but that's a great way to kill both of these businesses. I don't think we can kill motorway number 5. Motorway number 1, I could figure out a way to get these oranges into this business, which would then necessitate, would then necessitate getting these oranges into this business, which, not gonna happen. Yeah, that's just not gonna happen. So, if that's not gonna happen, then the next thing, obviously, is, can we get motorway number 3 back? Not easily. Oh boy. Okay. Alright, everybody just go. Because, like, it might just be ultra fucked. Yeah, it might just be wait until it falls apart time. Which is a generally bad time, because there's nothing you can do when shit starts going. But at the same time, just don't go bad, shit. Just don't go bad. If you just don't go bad, everything will be fine. Obviously. So, let us watch as shit continues to not go bad. for now. If the stream...
Just win the game, easy.
Exactly. There's nothing to it. You just win the game, obviously. Here, give me a fourth roundabout. Because I somehow used 3 roundabouts in a row, and they didn't fuck everything over, so clearly roundabouts must be the solution to all of my problems, right? Right? Don't answer that. Okay, so this purple business is basically dead, which is bad. I could run this purple up around here, but that's not going to get me anywhere. I could run this purple over here. That's not going to get me anywhere. This purple business, by the way, fucking dying. This green business, by the way, fucking dying. Yeah, well, can we get to 6K? I'd like it if we could hang on just long enough to get to 6,000. Please? Pretty please? Nope. 59.84. By the way, thank you, Circle Master, for 37 months in the Goog troop. Over 3 years of being able to drop all of the lovely Tier 1 emotes, including, most importantly, the Samurai Slams. Because Samurai Sam is number 2 in the whole entire world, and I'm not. Samurai Sam exactly 1,700 more trips than the underscore Goog. It's a true fact. Good job, Sam. Let us Wordle. Oh, we'll go with Sharp because we talked about Shar-Pei puppies today. That's a good reason to do a thing. Also, yeah, it turns out that it was a good reason to do a thing. What if it's Borch? Could it be Borch? It could be Borch. Borch isn't a word. Well, it can't be Porch because there's no P. It could be Lurch. Someone could have rang. They didn't, but they could have. We got the H in the right position, which is something. It could be Rith. It's like with, but with an R. No? Okay. It could be Frith. There you go. Nope, not Faith. Frith. Wait, hold on. Wordle? Wordle, I made up a nonsense word. You don't get to... Wordle, what is Frith? An archaic spelling of Firth. That's not... You can't... An archaic spelling of Firth. Frith. So I know that the Firth of Forth is a thing. Does that mean that the Frith of Throth is a thing? If you churn the waters in the Firth of Forth, you could get the Frith of Froth. Okay. Okay. Sonny, thank you for a clip. Is it broth? Could be broth. It's broth. We solved the Wordle good. We did the Wordle, y'all. Hooray. Let's draw some connections. Oh my god. Okay. So we have, so the lawn and the grounds are both like, and a putting green. These are all places where grass is, right? And a field. Yeah, these are all just places where grass is. There you go. Grassy area. That's smart person for place where grass is. looking at this Coco, and I'm very confused. Like, are you just a food minus an A? Because that doesn't... Oh, all right, well, here's a food minus a letter. Here's a food minus a letter. Oh, no, Sunflare Space has identified the actual thing. Cocoa nuts, peanuts, hazelnuts, and dog's nuts. No, wait, hold on. Chestnuts. There you go. Those are nuts. Oh my god. All right. So if you're the chief, the chair, the head, or the director, it means you're the boss. And Brown, Dogs, Fiction, and Unchained, these are all melodies? I don't know. What's the purple? They're second words in Of course. They're second words in Tarantino movies. I mean, that's true. That's absolutely true. Jackie Brown, Reservoir Dogs, Pulp Fiction, Django Unchained. That's a true fact. Can't deny it. Sports pun, nobody wants to hear a Brown melody. That sounds like it would go bad. Okay. In closing. So are these like conclusions today on Strands? Let's see, is there a C next to an O? Sadly, there is not a C next to an O, so alas. Well, I see rise. That's not going to get me anything other than a little bit of green, but, you know, a little bit of green is important. We all need that in order to live, because capitalism. Let's see here. So, I see SAR. Again, not going to help me, but it's okay. What about, I see gross. That is a word. Can we get anything that actually, you know, helps? Creel is a word. It's not going to help, but, you know... Cree is a word. That's not going to help, but... Shank is a word. That is true. That's not going to help, but thank you, Sunflare Space. Sunny saw free, which is a word. It's not going to help, but freeze is also a word. It's not going to help. There's so many words that aren't going to help. A great number of them. Like grin. I just saw grin. Not gonna help, but we'll get there. In closing, huh? So, you can't mean like closing pitcher, can you? No. Because I don't see like slider or curve or anything like that. Are you approaching? Like, are you closing in on something? Well, I see begin, which is like the opposite of close, kinda. It's a word, it's not gonna help. Man, this is... So that's a different gross, but we already found gross, so that doesn't matter. What in the hell? No, I can't get rain from there. R-E-I. Yeah, the only G is this one, and there's no... Okay, so I can't get to rain. I don't know what that would have done for me. Sunny sees bees, which, yeah, bees is a word. There's gain. That's a word. It's not going to help, but hey, if we pile up enough hints, we can just hint our way through the whole damn puzzle and not have to think of a single fucking thing. Sportspun has seen noted internet person Lisa Foyles. So there you go. It's a word. It's not going to help. There's drag. It's not going to help. It's a word. Can I get to... I see gringo. Gringo is a word. It's not going to help. Gringos, similarly, is a word. It's not going to help. And, you know, Ringo was a Beatle, and when it came to songwriting, he wasn't going to help. So... What about... I mean, I see a bunch of 3-letter words, but they don't even recognize... They don't even give you credit for finding 3-letter words. So... Circle Master has seen best, which... I'm sorry? Is a word. And is gonna help. Here's rage, and rages, and raged. Okay. So in closing, is the best. Huh. Sure. What about Sunny sees sail, which is absolutely true. It's a word. It's not going to help. I'm more confused now than when I couldn't find anything. Sportsman sees a character on Community, which is a word and isn't going to help. I mean, Ken Jeong is prominently involved. Of course it's not going to help. If you're trying to make people laugh and you bring in Ken Jeong, not going to help. Is that a hot take? I suppose it's a hot take that I don't care for the comedy stylings of Ken Jeong. I don't care for the comedy stylings of Ken Jeong. It's a thing you've just learned about the underscore Goog. Sunny sees regard, which might actually matter. Nope. Okay. Email closings. Regards. Oh my, and here's thanks. And I bet you we can make S-I-N, nope. I thought I saw sincerely here. Nope, this is cheers. Sometimes you want to go where everybody signs off your emails. The spangram is what? Sign? No. Signing. There we go. Oh no, signing off is the spangram. There we go. Hold on. So S-I-N-G... No, wait. S-I-G-N... Signing off is the spangram. And over here is sincerely. Uh-huh. Okay. Yep. Good job, Strands. Okay, here's the difference between Strands and Collision. And not Collision, Connections. Pete Best appears and everyone says goodbye. That's true. The difference between Strands and Connections is when I don't get a Strands puzzle for a very long time, and then I figure it out, it's like, oh, you were going for a thing that's clear and reasonable for you to go to, and I just didn't see it. With Connections, it's like, how in the fuck was a person supposed to know that? Or supposed to pull that? And I don't know if that's just that I'm on a different wavelength with the editor of Connections than I am with the editor of Strands, or if Connections is just a worse game than Strands. It's entirely possible that I'm just stupid. It's always possible that I'm just stupid. Now, we need Astros and Rays and White Sox and Mets and dudes what had 40 WAR in a career and dudes what pitched a game. Now, you could get all fancy with your position player pitching, and believe me, we will, but for a New York Met who pitched in one game, Sam, what do you mean multiple Pedro squares? Oh, right, a pitcher who had 40 WAR in his career. I suppose that's true, but also a New York Met who pitched in a game. We will go with Pedro Martinez. Hooray, Pedro. And then a dude who had 40 WAR in his career and pitched is Wade Boggs. He pitched one time. As I recall, it didn't go well for him, but he pitched one time. That's a true fact. Oh, now we need a Chicago White Sox dude who pitched. And listen, I could name a bad White Sox position player and be like, they probably threw him out one time. Or I could just name a pitcher for the Chicago White Sox, like Wilson Alvarez. So I'm just going to name a pitcher for the Chicago White Sox, like Wilson Alvarez. There. SportsPun has summed it up in one sentence what I tried to say in 2 bad paragraphs. Strands is like, I didn't think of that. Connections is like, how could anyone think of that? Which is, yeah, that's about right. Sonny is very impressed with my zilch .8 on Wilson Alvarez, which, yes, very few people remember that Wilson Alvarez was on the 1995 Chicago White Sox, according to World Series Baseball 95, for the Sega Genesis. I don't know why people don't know that, but apparently people didn't play World Series Baseball 95 for the Sega Genesis. There are also a lot of guys who pitched. It's true. We need a Houston Astro who had himself 40 or more wins above replacement in his career. I mean, 40's a lot of wins, but Andy Pettitte was good. Andy Pettitte was good, right? Andy Pettitte was good. There you go. A Tampa Bay Ray who had 40 or more WAR in his career. You could once again go with Wade Boggs. You could go with Jose Canseco, which I should probably just go with Jose Canseco. He was really fucking good. On the other hand, Fred McGriff exists. So let's say Fred McGriff. Fred McGriff exists. Lots of people remember that Fred McGriff finished off with the Rays. We need a Ray who was also a Met, which gives me a chance to bust out my Kyle Farnsworth square. Yay. We need a Met who was also an Astro, which is time for Animaniacs. And we're zany too. Everybody remember that Moises Alou was a Met. So just sit back and relax. You laughed. Anyway. We need White Sox. Crap. So we need a dude who played for the White Sox and the Astros. And we need a dude who played for the White Sox and the Rays. Yeah, Mookie Betts didn't play for those teams is the problem. Jamie Moyer, I don't think played for any of these teams, which is impressive. But it's not terribly helpful. I have already named a dude who fits one of these. I haven't named that many dudes. Was Jose Canseco on the White Sox? I don't remember Jose Canseco being on the White Sox, but I can totally picture Jose Canseco in a White Sox uniform. You know what? It's 8:04 in the morning. This show's been going on for an hour. Jose Canseco totally played for the White Sox. Now then, we need a dude who played for the White Sox and the Astros, which shouldn't be that hard, but you'd be surprised. Robin Ventura, I don't think, was an Astro. Jack McDowell wasn't an Astro. I'm just going to name dudes who were on the Chicago White Sox in World Series Baseball 1995. So, Jack McDowell wasn't an Astro. Jason Beret wasn't an Astro. Roberto Hernandez, the 90s closer, wasn't an Astro. Roberto Hernandez, the mid-2000s starter who was once known as Fausto Carmona, wasn't an Astro. Or he never played for the White Sox either. So that's bad. Ron Karkovice wasn't an Astro, as far as I know. Joey Cora wasn't an Astro, as far as I know. Tim Raines wasn't an Astro. Ray Durham wasn't an Astro. Frank Thomas wasn't an Astro. Oh no. I think I'm out of dudes who were on the Chicago White Sox in World Series 1995. I think I've forgotten the rest of the dudes who were... Craig Graybeck wasn't an Astro. He might have been on the Red Sox, actually. Let's see here. Son of an bitch. All right, Lance Berkman never played for the White Sox. Jim Thome never played for the Astros. This is troubling to me. I'm very upset by the fact that Chris Sale never played for the Astros. Mark Burley never played for the Astros. I don't think Nolan Ryan ever played for the White Sox. I can picture Nolan Ryan in a White Sox uniform, but that doesn't mean anything. Zach Greinke never played for the White Sox. Fuck. There are a couple of common grid dudes who fit it. Well, I was about to say that I don't think Octavio Dotel ever played for the White Sox, which is true. I don't. Brad Lidge never played for the White Sox. Billy Wagner never played for the White Sox. Did he? No. Fucking shit bastards. Well, hell. God, it's for... I was just gonna say fuck it, but it's the last square in the grid, though. God. Kyle Schwarber never played for the Astros or the White Sox, actually. Selena Kyle never played for the Astros or the White Sox. Mother... Angrations. Javier Vasquez ever played for the Astros? I don't think Javier Vasquez ever played for the Astros. Andre Dawson? No, Andre Dawson didn't play for any of these teams. Andre the Giant never played baseball, as far as I know. Let's imagine Andre the Giant holding a baseball. It would look like me holding a grape. I think Andrew Jones played for the White Sox, but not the Astros. Roy Oswalt never played for the White Sox. Craig Biggio never played for the White Sox. Derek Bell never played for the White Sox. Son of a bitch. Carlos Beltran never played for the White Sox. Manny Ramirez never played for the Astros. Fuck, and fuck. I already said Ozzie Guillen, and he didn't play for the Astros. Omar Vizquel never played for the Astros. There is one dude who was on one of these teams for a long time and then signed with the other one. And he's active. Okay. Is he on one of them currently? I don't... Okay. So, who's on the Astros? Because, well, if this dude played for the Astros for a long time, he was presumably good. And if a player is presumably good, he's not on the 2024 Chicago White Sox. So, who's on the Astros? Justin Verlander but he never played for the White Sox. Morgan Ensberg used to be on the Astros for a long time, but I don't think he played for the White Sox, and I don't think he's active. Alex Bregman and Jose Altuve have both been on the Astros forever, but they're career Astros, so there's that. George Springer was on the Astros for a long time, but he signed with the Blue Jays. I don't think he's gone anywhere else. Fucking hellish godfuckers. Scott Podsednik? Scott Podsednik. Scott Podsednik. Yeah? Scott Podsednik? God! Anger. It's Jose Abreu. Jose Abreu is the one who was on the White Sox for a long time and then signed with the Astros. Dallas Keuchel, Octavio Dotel, Kenny Lofton. It's always Kenny fucking Lofton. Carlos Lee. It's not Scott Podsednik. God damn it. All right, folks, we will be back tomorrow morning for another edition of Good Morning Mini Motorways. It's always Kenny Lofton until the Goog thinks it is, at which point it ceases to be Kenny Lofton. Fucking Schrodinger's outfielder.